Hey guys, happy Friday. It's Friday. So exciting. Yay. Alright, so I'm sitting in the parking lot because the little ones are sleeping and I really don't want to wake them. I'm going to have to eventually to go into the store, but I don't want to wake them right now. So I wanted to hop on real quick and talk about something that has been bothering me and that a lot of people are talking about, right? So mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, right? So a lot of people will fault you for your mistakes or keep bringing them back up to you. But here's the thing. There's nobody that has ever not made a mistake, right? So mistakes, they happen and everybody's going to make them. Whether it's in their job, it's in their personal life, it's in their relationships, it's, I don't know, driving, something, right? So everybody is going to make a mistake at one time or another. And the thing is as the person who makes the mistake, we have to learn from it and move on and move forward. And as somebody who maybe the mistake was made against you, you need to learn to, I'm not saying you have to forgive and forget and everything like that when mistakes happen, but you know what? You do need to make sure that you move forward. Okay? So mistakes happen, and as the person who makes the mistake, you need to learn from it. You need to learn, okay, why did the mistake happen? How am I going to prevent it in the future? And then go on with life. Right? If we dwell in our mistakes forever, we're going to be stuck. We're going to be stuck. You're going to be unhappy because it's all you're going to think about is your mistake. Crazy. Also, if you sit there and you fault somebody else for their mistake that maybe happened, 12 years ago, 15 years ago, seriously, people make mistakes and they fix them and they move forward. And I think everybody needs to remember that. What you were like and who you were in high school, I sure hope that's not who you are today. Because I hope you have grown. So, learning from your mistakes, preventing that mistake from happening again, and then moving forward. I'm not saying forget, forgive. You don't have to do those things. You can remember it, but you do need to move forward. Okay? So, also, personal issues you have with somebody, they need to be kept personal. Don't bring them into your professional life, right? Professional and personal should be two different things. People make mistakes, and that doesn't mean that's who they are and define who they are. Okay? So, it makes me crazy when you hear people say that, oh, so-and-so 15 years ago in high school did this. Like, are you kidding me? Who cares what people did in high school? I mean, if they're still stuck in their way and they're still making the same mistake, all right, then some talking needs to happen maybe to that person. But most likely they have realized that was a mistake and have moved on and moved forward and improved their life, right? So you're judging somebody based on a mistake they made 15 years ago. Craziness. Even if it happened 2 weeks ago, it happened, it's in the past, and the past needs to be left where it is. It needs to be talked about. If it was something against you, talk to that person. Mistakes happen. Holy cow. Right? If you are perfect and have never made a mistake, I would love for you to comment down below. Comment down below and tell me that you have never made a mistake in your whole entire life. Because you know what, sweetheart? Then you can judge people. You can throw those stones because obviously you don't live in a glass house. Because you have never made a mistake. I just think people need to be kind to each other. Good Lord. I mean, if it was a vicious thing that happened directly to you, that's not a mistake. That's different. Mistakes are when things happen that you don't plan them to happen. Different. Two different things. So, it's just been bothering me because people will talk about other people's mistakes. Like they don't make mistakes. Are you kidding me? Nobody's perfect. You make mistakes. Good Lord. When you're in school, you make mistakes, right? You don't get 100 on every test. And that's okay. you then learn, oh, hey, I guess I better study a little bit more next time. Perfect example, right? That's what we teach our kids. So as adults, move forward, people. Oh, move forward. Perfect. Raquel. Right? We all make mistakes. And it's okay. That's how we learn. So what defines you is not what your past is, right? So we have amazing people that hit a rough patch, right? So maybe they had drug addiction. Maybe they had an alcohol problem. Does that define who they are because they made that mistake? So in the next 15 years, you're going to continue to say, oh, well, so-and-so was a drug addict 15 years ago, and they went through recovery, but they made the mistake, so that's what defines them. No, it's not. They went and got help, right? So I've made mistakes in my life. I've made lots of mistakes in my life. But you know what? It's how I overcame those and learned from them and made them not repeat themselves that makes who I am. So I just want people to realize and remember to be kind. Don't judge somebody based on what happened years ago, months ago, weeks ago, right? Life's too short for that crap. You know? Gosh, just be nice to each other. I'm not saying you have to like everybody, because you're not going to like everybody. Personalities are different. But don't freaking base something on somebody's life when they made a mistake and they've moved forward from it and they've learned from it, right? So if they continue to make a mistake, I get it. That's annoying. But when they've made the mistake and they've realized and they've moved on, it's time for you to move on too. So, just some heart to heart today as I'm sitting in this car just thinking, right? I know that I make mistakes in my personal life. I make mistakes in my business life. I make mistakes as a teacher at times. But it's what you do to move forward that defines you, not that mistake. We need more kindness. We need to love one another. And we need to be respectful to one another. Nobody's goal in life should be to ruin somebody else's life. It's not worth it. And if those are the kind of friends that you're hanging around with, I'd highly suggest you thinking about who you are hanging around with. Don't judge others when you're not perfect yourself. So, mistakes happen to everybody. We're humans. We make mistakes. But it's how you move forward and how you move on that's going to define who you are, not that mistake that happened. So stop dwelling in your mistakes and move forward. Stop blaming others and keeping them in their mistakes, because that's what it was a mistake. Learn and move on. All right, guys, they're starting to wake up. So I had to run into the store. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Bye, guys.